collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at DX Tobaspino full action version from Zyuden Sentai Kyoryuger. I'm really excited about this one personally because I never had the original Tobaspino, so this is the first one I've ever gotten, and I've been a huge fan of the full action version line since they started it back with Kyoryuger, and I wish they would do everyone, but I kind of think this is the last one we're going to see. Honestly, I was surprised to get this and the set of 4 that we got previously. I'll put a link to the review I did for that at the end of this one if you want to check that out as well. So I was happy to get what we got, and I'm really happy to get this. I still am holding out hope that maybe some more will come down the line, but I kind of think this is going to be our last one, but still very excited. This box art, absolutely beautiful. Of course, you have the toy of Tobaspino here on the front. We got Cody Red, we got Gabutyra, we got the robot mode here in the back. Just really, really amazing artwork here on this box. I absolutely love it. Up here, kind of a similar thing going on. We got Cody Red and Gabutyra. We got the robot mode again. We got the toy of Tobaspino over here on this side. On the bottom, not really much. Got Tobaspino again, and then your usual warnings and whatnot. Over here on this side, showing that, of course, he is compatible with any of the sets of arms, just like Kyoryuger. Over here, showing Tobaspino, Gabutyra, transforming him into the robot mode again, and I apologize for the glare, showing off the 2 versions. Spinning it around to the back, just a really awesome picture here of the robot mode. Absolutely looking fantastic. I love this so much, and like I said, I'm super excited. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead, get everything out of the box here, and we'll take a closer look. So here is Tobaspino fully assembled out of the box. Yes, there is a little bit of assembly to do, but it's exactly the same as it was with Gabutyra. You just have to kind of take the leg pieces and pop them into the ball joint here on the foot, and then connect them here to the side of the leg. And then this kind of lower assembly pops into the chest, and then you slide the tail on, and that's pretty much it. It's really not too difficult. Just makes it easier for them to ship it. But yeah, he looks fantastic. I'm really excited to finally have a Tobaspino, even if it's not the original one. Of course, I do miss the electronics, as that was always such a fun aspect of the original toys. But more than makes up for it here with the extra articulation. So you can see right off the bat here, the head looks fantastic. Mouth opens up. They molded part of the battery still there on the inside. All the teeth are painted. All of that looks really sharp. It can't close completely. It can only close about that far, but I don't have a problem with that. Red eyes look really nice. The head is on a ball joint, so you can move this down, up, a little bit of side to side. You also have the kind of butterfly joint in the shoulder that you can take advantage of here in the dyno mode to kind of, can't go backwards, but you can kind of bring the head forward like that if you want. You do have the really long arms down here, which can move. Really nice claws painted silver there. You have, of course, the yellow that goes all the way through. The tail is a separate piece. We'll get into that more later, but all of the silver paint here for the trim. And then you have the big fin up here, which, of course, just pops off to reveal the head underneath. And then it just pops on very simply like that. The boomerang piece is in there as well. We'll get into that more later on. You can use the nice ratchet here in the legs to move that around. And then you have a ball joint down here in the foot. So you have a nice range of motion there. But yeah, very, very cool. Really like the look of this guy. We'll bring in Gabutyra so you can see them next to each other. And I think this is really the sole reason that we got this, because it was very easy for them to make him out of him. You know, it's just a remold. Obviously, the head's going to be different. You have the fin piece, which just pops on top. Otherwise, he's pretty much the same. I mean, yes, the arms are different. Feet look to be exactly the same. All of this is the same. Tail piece is the same. So it's how the original toy was as well. He was a movie exclusive repaint, something they used to do a lot back in the day. You used to get at least one mecha that was like a movie mecha that was just kind of a cool repaint slash remold of one of the existing mecha. They don't really do that anymore, and that's kind of a shame. But yeah, these two look great. Now, technically, you could pop this off, and as long as it fits over the head, let me see if I turn it this way. Unfortunately, with the horns, it's just a little too difficult for it to fit. Yeah, it just can't. It can't fit, unfortunately. But if it could fit over the head, it would be able to clip on, because that's exactly the same. So there would be nothing stopping it except the fact that the head is just a little too wide for the opening on this piece. But yeah, they look good together. I really like this quite a bit. Very happy to finally have a Tobaspino. Let's go ahead and start getting into some combinations. So before I get into the transformation, something I did want to address, I won't be able to show it because I've packed up my Kyoryuger and put it in storage, so I won't be able to show that off here. But because this is made from the same mold as Gabutyra, you can absolutely do the combination with Kyoryuger. You can see the connections are still here for the leg pieces, and you can see the arm piece here. This would still be able to pop off and flip around like this, and then peg in, and there's your arms for that combination. So I did want to just address that because I figured people would ask and I just won't be able to show it off. So first thing we're going to do, of course, is pop off the tail. So this will slide off. And I noticed I didn't really talk about the back of this. There's a little bit less in terms of paint applications, but honestly not much. You still have the silver here, up here, side of the head, all of this. So a little bit less detailed than the front, but still looks pretty good. The next thing we're going to do is pop this off. So that just slides right off of there. And then all you're going to do is flip this up, and you can pull out the boomerang piece and then push this back down and then pull out the little handle here. There we go. There we go. So that is ready. We'll put that off to the side. And then for the boomerang, you're just going to want to flip this piece out. Now, if you want, you can push it past and do it completely straight up and down like a sword if you want, but you'll notice when this kind of comes around, it kind of naturally catches there. That's what you're supposed to do because it's supposed to be like a boomerang. So leave that like that, and that is ready to go. Next, we are going to just basically transform this exactly the same way as we would with full action Gabutyra. We're going to flip the legs down. These are going to come around to here, push the button in so we can slide the legs down. And then I like to kind of kick them out a little bit and then angle the feet to utilize that nice ankle tilt. Then you're going to put the hands all the way down, swivel this to the side, and then we're going to pop out the arm connectors like so. And then we are pretty much ready to go. Let's bring in some of the arms. So first up we have Bunpaki. We're just going to go ahead and pop this arm in there. And then we have Ankidon. Just have to flip this part down and around. And then we will slide the mouth open and click that in as well. And there we go. We have Tobaspino, but we're not quite done. We have this little piece here that we can pop into this hand, like so. And then we have this piece here that we can pop in this hand, like so. And then, of course, we have to come around to the back and take the tail, flip this open, and then flip down these two connectors and peg that onto the back. And there we go. We are fully transformed. I think he looks fantastic. I really, really like this quite a bit. I've always liked the boomerang. I've always thought this piece is kind of ridiculous. I guess it's supposed to be like a giant axe, but kind of looks a little silly to me, especially when you already have a ball and chain on this arm. But, of course, it can go ahead and fit into the hand. I'm going to remove it temporarily just to show off some of the articulation and whatnot, but we'll take both of these out. There we go. So, articulation is exactly the same as Kyoryuger. You have the head on a ball joint, so you can swivel, get a little bit of up, a little bit of down, side to side, tilt side to side. I think that head sculpt looks amazing. See if we can get in a little bit closer there. Really nice red metallic paint there for the visor. I think the crescent moon here looks really good. Silver paint there for the face. Just all of that looks really sharp. Really, really love that there. Articulation for the shoulders, as we talked about. You can utilize these to kind of bring them forward, as well as moving them around with the ratchet. You have the waist swivel, which doesn't want to move apparently. There we go. You have a nice waist swivel there. move the arms a little bit out of the way, and you're going to have to move these out of the way. These things, I'll be honest, they're a little long and kind of ridiculous, but you have nice ratchet here in the hips. You can kick out to the side, front to back, thigh swivel. You have knee joints, which are nice. And then, of course, you have the ball joint here on the ankle as the chain from Bunpaki moves all over the place. So depending on how wide of a stance, you can push these down a little bit further just to get him out of the way a little bit more. But yeah, he looks absolutely fantastic. I am loving the look of Tobaspino here. And of course, any of the other arms are compatible. I'm not going to show them because I feel like I've shown that off in previous videos, but the connections are absolutely the same, so you can utilize any of the arm combinations. This is just the one that they're kind of, Tobaspino is most known for, but yeah, any of the arms will work. But yeah, this looks absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad that we got this, and I'm really, really happy with it. So I love this release. Honestly, I've really enjoyed the entire full action line. I cannot recommend it enough. If you're a huge Kyoryuger fan like I am, these have been great updates. Yes, you do sacrifice the electronics, which was a really fun feature of the original toys. I absolutely loved that. Loading in the batteries to set the combination, getting the standby music, doing the transformation, all that stuff was a lot of fun. But it makes total sense to remove them here for this release, especially because of the fact that there is so much articulation in these, and it just wouldn't be possible if you still had the electronics in it. But as someone who never owned a Tobaspino previously, I'm really, really happy to have this. I think it came out fantastic. The paint applications are really sharp, especially with that helmet. It looks amazing. It makes sense again to have them do Tobaspino since they already had the Gabutyra mold, and it's just a couple of updates to get this for us. But just really fantastic. Just absolutely love this, and very, very, very happy to finally have a Tobaspino. And it came out great. I mean, I really don't have too much to complain about. There's not really too much new to analyze here because it is based on that Gabutyra and Kyoryuger mold. So, I mean, you have a couple of different pieces, the articulation, all that kind of stuff, the transformation, not really anything new. But that was a great toy. This is a great toy. A fantastic update. Looks amazing. I'm happy to have it. It was a premium Bandai release, so it was a little pricey. I got mine from Ami. The shipping was a little out of control at that point. I'd already committed to buy it from them, and I just wanted the darn thing, so I did get a little hosed on shipping. But if you can find one for a reasonable price, I definitely recommend picking it up, especially if you have the other releases from the full action version. And again, still has the capability to combine with King Ogre. Unfortunately, I just can't show that as that's in storage at this point, but absolutely still has that ability. And yeah, I really don't have anything to complain about this. It's awesome. It's something I've always wanted. I'm very happy to have it, and I cannot recommend it enough. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.